This is the third part of the finance topic, and I'm going to talk about profit. Now, to calculate profit, which tells us if the business is successful, if the business is making a profit, then it's judged to be successful. If it's making any money, obviously, then it's a successful business. But we need to calculate the profit to measure this, and also calculating profit helps us to make decisions about costs and how we buy our products or raw materials and how we buy services within the business. So how to calculate profit is we need our sales figure, which is the same as our revenue or our turnover figure. Now, to get gross profit, you need to take off what's called the cost of sales. Now, the cost of sales is how much does it cost you to actually physically buy or make the product or service that you're selling. So if you're selling a pen, how much did it cost you to buy that pen? And that's your cost of sales. And that will give you your gross profit. Then you need to take off everything else, all your other expenses, so rent, wages, electricity, advertising, fuel costs, and that will give you your net profit. So what I always say is learn off by heart. Sales minus cost of sales equals gross profit, minus expenses equals net profit. And in the exam, they're likely to give you the sales figure at the top, cost of sales and expenses. So you need to know that sales minus cost of sales equals gross profit, minus expenses equals net profit. Now, if the profit isn't very high and you need to make it higher, then you could increase your selling price or sell more. You could advertise to sell more. So if you need to improve your profit, basically you need to get more money in and pay less money out, and then your profit will improve. So if you can increase your selling price and your revenue goes up but your costs stay the same, then your profit has increased. To increase your gross profit, you need to try and reduce the cost of your raw materials. So if you're buying pens, let's stick with that example. If you're buying pens at 20 pence each to sell on for 50p, then your gross profit on those is 30p. But if you think, well, actually I'd like to make a higher gross profit, you need to look somewhere to buy the pens for 15p, or you could negotiate with your current supplier to do this. To improve your net profit, you need to cut things like your rent or your wages or advertising so that your net profit improves. If your net profit is higher, you've got more flexibility then. You could actually cut your selling price because you're still making that profit. If you cut your selling price, you might be able to sell more and undercut the competition, and this makes you more competitive. Or if you've got a higher net profit, then you've got more retained profit available to grow the business, to reinvest in the business. So everyone's happy, champagne all round when your net profit's going well.